Every day in Rainbow Six Siege, any game you play, you could run into what we like to call a bot. Now, bots are people in Rainbow Six Siege and any game that requires some skill that are very, very, very clueless and bad at the game. So, in my mission to reduce the amount of bots in Rainbow Six Siege, I have set out to hunt down and catch Rainbow Six bots and try and get them to a reasonable level of skill. This is Rainbow Six Siege bot hunting. So the first bot I'm hunting down is actually someone quite close to me. He goes by the alias of Curryman425. Now Curryman has already been it's been widely known that this guy isn't really that good at the game. Just look at his operator choices. He tends to run support operators like Finka and Clash to make up for the fact that he can't frag or do anything that isn't easy support. So I decided to interview him to see what is up. Come into my office, Curry man. So it's come to my attention that one of the officers from our show, To Catch a Bot, has recommended me to talk to you because you need a lot of help.
I do?
Apparently. Yeah. Are you aware of the time you played Glass and there was a target standing still and yellow and you missed around 7 shots?
I've never heard of anything so blasphemous in my life. These are false allegations.
I don't know. I've interviewed some of your friends and they can confirm. This guy called SVG Sick can confirm. This guy called Mark can confirm. And I think no, he's not. He's a pretty experienced player compared to you, or pretty skilled, should I say? Because you do have some experience on your belt. But judging by this footage that was recorded today, you really need help. Are you aware that you completely potato some shots and also?
No, I don't need help. I don't need help. It's stupid.
What do you mean? The footage says otherwise. Are you aware that you can't nitrocell a blitz and can't counter shields well?
No, you're wrong.
Are you aware that you usually play Clash and Finka to make up for the fact that you can't really get kills or frag?
That's not true. You see me get kills. What are you talking about?
No, I don't know. So, yeah, that's what I've heard. You play Clash and other operators like that to compensate for the fact that you are
making videos because you have a small dick. Okay.
Someone sounds mad. Look, Haran, I'm here to help you. I don't want. I've seen people in bad situations. Don't worry about that. I've seen people in bad situations.
Down to 15 seconds.
And so I want to help
Sure, I
you.
shouldn't be worried.
10 seconds to go.
No, you should. It is clear that Karan is in denial of his lack of skill. He doesn't want to acknowledge that he might have a problem, that he might be a bot. So I decided to interview another good friend of his known as Jared. This is how that interview turned out. Yes, so Jared, I have some questions to ask you about your friend Karan, because from when I interviewed him personally, he seemed to be in denial of his lack of skill. So I need insight from someone who's a bit closer to him. So that's why I called you up for this interview. So, I guess the first question, have you noticed that he only plays support operators maybe that means he's trying to compensate for something, like maybe compensate for a lack of skill or whatever?
Well, I've known the man for quite a while. He has some interesting tendencies. Like, ever since he picked up Fuse, he hasn't really contributed. But, if someone really heard that, who knows what they might say. However, yes, I would agree with what you have to say, that Karan does have some horrible tendencies when he plays this game. The man is kind of a bot. You kind of lose some brain cells when you play with him. It kind of hurts to watch some of the things he does as well.
So what I was thinking about was true. Even his friends think he is a bot. So where do we go from here? I decided to further ask Jared some questions about how much of a bot he is so I can get a base idea on how we should try and reform this man. Can you name some of these things he does, you know?
I mean, I have watched the man bomb the hostage quite a few times. I
That is
have
true.
also seen him shoot a teammate as well.
I've heard rumors that he smoked a hostage, quote unquote, while playing Smoke. Can you confirm that this rumor is true?
I can indeed confirm that that is true, because I believe that something had went down the round before to upset him or something like that, and then he got upset and smoked the hostage. I believe that is what went down.
Well, this is gonna be way fucking harder than I thought. I mean, these stories that Jared is telling me of this man's lack of skill is really surprising. So I decided to ask him because maybe this guy might have some upside. Just maybe. Do you see any potential in him? Have you seen any sign of this man having some like some potential and
You know,
being a decent player?
some days when I'm playing with him, I do think that, yeah, this man definitely has some potential. But other days when he does something really, really stupid, you kind of start to just doubt, you know. However, I overall believe that Karan has room for improvement and that he can one day probably just beat me. But for now, it seems that he's kind of just a bot.
Some potential, huh? Well, at least we know that there is some hope in bringing this guy into maybe a better state of better play. So, you know, it's time to set it up. It's time to analyze Karan's weaknesses from the gameplay I have seen and from what I have heard. You gotta break all this stuff down sometimes to see how good this man maybe can become. So, yeah, first order of business, we still need to subject him to some trials. So, maybe in the future, we'll show the results of these trials. But until then, I am determined to help my friend Karan not become a bot and become slightly better than what he currently is. You know, you can take it one step at a time, but overall, that's just the goal. In when we catch a bot, we try and make him better. You know, we try and correct him because we know jail time doesn't really fucking work. So yeah. Next time on To Catch a Bot, training camp begins. I admit that was pretty good, but here's where you went wrong. A few quick lessons.
A lot of times you'll see people go up on the shed.
Right.
Yeah, just look at me in here with the stim
If Sig
pistol
was
out.
spawn peeking, most people can go like this. Will go like this.
Right.
Even some people slide back even still. But Sig actually can see you relatively easily.
And there is even some sparks of brilliance.
Mission failed. All friendly
There you go.
eliminated.
Held the angle perfectly.
Flicked a little bit.
Thank you guys for watching. Let me know if you guys want this series to continue. And until next time, farewell.